Hi guys, how's it going? Caitlin here and welcome to my kitchen. I hope that you're excited. We're gonna prep 3 meals together right now. Gonna make your week so much easier. If you don't have your prep list yet, check the description of this video. You'll find a link. It's gonna take you for everything that you need. On the menu this week, we have summer berry salad, everything turkey club, and chicken fried rice. So if it sounds good to you, sounds good to me. Oh my goodness, I'm just leaving my cupboards open. How sloppy of me. Anyway, there are 3 varying levels of prep, okay? Depending on your level of motivation, maybe your time constraints today. However, if you do want to see the time to table results you see in the meal plan, you're going to want to go all the way with me to level 3, okay? So I am going to start with some things that are in level 3 because level 3 has some things that will do themselves while we're doing other things, and that's how we're going to gain back extra time this week. So going to I'm going to cook some bacon. I am going to cook a couple chicken breasts and also going to cook some rice. So that's all stuff. It can do its own thing, right? I'm going to cook my chicken just in the pressure cooker here. Why I like cooking in the pressure cooker? It's easy. Okay, got my oven heating up. I'm gonna cook my bacon in the oven. Okay. Let's get you going first, bacon. So one of the best things about doing prep ahead of time like this is the hardest thing about dinner isn't thinking of what to make for dinner. It's not having a quote unquote plan of what you're going to have that week. Having a plan itself is not hard. The secret to success for meal planning is in the prep. You see, because when it's 5 o'clock, you're not your best self, right? If you haven't decided what you're going to have for dinner, having that one decision, it's not that it's hard, it's just that it's one extra thing. And since you've already made 1,100 other decisions already that day, that one extra decision is just, it's going to feel larger than it truly is. But then once you decide what you're going to make and you've found something to make that you have all the ingredients for, once you actually have to prepare it and put it together, that's where we lose our motivation. So what our goal is to create a meal plan that it's easier to stick to the meal plan than it is to do anything else. See the beauty in that? So if you have your meals already prepared, so you're just taking them out, throwing them together, it's literally like getting one of those, like, I don't know, HelloFresh or something like that. It's like getting that, except you've made it yourself. So the benefit is that it's completely modifiable to your own tastes, to your dietary requirements or preferences. This is like the stickiest bacon in the entire world. Struggling with getting it apart. It feels like it's 2. It felt like it was 2 pieces of bacon at one end. This is like the thinnest shaved bacon ever. Yeah, it's like, it's not bacon slices, it's bacon shaves. Sorry, marveling at bacon. Not the first time a human will marvel at bacon, nor is it the last. So, I like cooking my bacon in the oven because it's hands off. It doesn't splatter me. I don't have to worry about turning it or doing literally anything with it. It is the laziest way to make bacon ever. wash those hands real quick because, you know, ew. There we go. Now for some chicken. So, chicken is going to be super easy. Just taking a couple breasts, putting it in the pressure cooker. I am going to salt it a little, pepper it a little. Always going to make sure there's at least a cup of water in there. There we go. So now our chicken is going. Now it's just getting the rice started. I'm going to cook mine in the microwave because, well, you guessed it, it's easy. Easy. It's like music to my ears. So just going to give the rice a quick rinse. So I had been wondering like if it was necessary to, you know, rinse rice or not rinse rice. Turns out if you eat rice a lot, then it really is better to rinse it because, what is it? It washes off some of something that's kind of toxic. I'd like to say arsenic, but I don't know if that's what it is. I might just be coming up with that word, but something equally as nastifying when you think of it. So, doesn't take long to rinse the rice, and I guess it's just a good thing to do, as it turns out. Because every once in a while I have these questions, you know, and sometimes I remember to go back to like Google after and ask the question. And every once in a while, it's like those answers might just shock you with everyday things. Okay. Beautiful. There we go. Now we're going to go start on some stuff that is in level 1. Okay? Going to do some chopping of some veggies. So I just want enough red onion to be able to do for salad. That's it. If you want a little extra to throw on your sandwich, you can have some for your sandwich too. I don't see how you could go wrong with that, but just chop up however, you know, thinly slice however much you think you're going to need for salad or salad and sandwich. The rest we're going to use as random veggies for our chicken fried rice, because you can put anything in chicken fried rice, and you know what, red onion will do just fine. Now, I know my kids are not going to have any red onion at all in, well, anything. The salad is definitely going to be served in pieces because I can't get my kids to eat salad. Every once in a while I can get them to have maybe like, I don't know, a few bites of something in a wrap, and that is about it. So I do not need a huge amount of red onion cut up, because when I serve like all the pieces of the salad, you know, on the side, there is approximately 0 chance that my kids are going to be like, ooh, can I have some sliced red onion to go with my strawberries? They're way more likely to ask if they can have some ketchup to go with their strawberries, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so it can be any vegetables that you have. This is a great opportunity to kind of go through your crisper, take out some things that might otherwise be going wonky, or just using what you got. I say 2 cups, you can definitely do more. It's really about as flexible as a recipe gets. All right, so some carrot in there, got some celery. It'll go in there. Celery is like totally underrated. I mean, it's not always the most pleasant thing to just eat on its own because it's kind of stringy, but if you're adding it to, if you're chopping it and putting it in stuff, it adds delicious flavor. Throw some pepper in there because, you know, why not? It's there. Just begging to be used. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have a little more than 2 cups. Whatever. It's a guideline. It's a guideline more than a rule. Okay, I'm gonna have to process a little bit. And then I'll put in more pepper. Can you fit in now? Go. So you can chop your veggies as big or as small as you want to. Much of it may depend on if you're feeding it to miniature humans or not. I find it goes way better feeding my vegetables to miniature humans if they're chopped really small. I know it's because it just doesn't really give them much more of a choice, or if even if they try to sneak them out, they can't get them all. So, actually the combination of carrot, onion, and celery it's an actual like combination of things. You can throw that into pretty much anything to add extra flavor. So anyway, that is done. Let's grate some ginger, shall we? So we want about a tablespoon of ginger. So, don't want to skimp on the ginger. And you could use powdered ginger, but you don't get nearly as much flavor. You can also buy like pre-minced ginger if you want to skip a little step. Okay, I'm sure I have to have a tablespoon of ginger at this point. Yeah, there's gotta be. Awesome. We're gonna say that's good. Cool. That is it for level 1, guys. So if you're just doing level 1, chopping some veggies, congratulations, doing level 1, 3 hybrid, awesome. But if you're still with me, let's go to level 2, shall we? So level 2, we're gonna be doing a lot of the sauces and adding the flavor. The little extras, you know, the little extras that end up making a big difference. So first we're gonna just crush up some pecans. So what I like doing, I like having a little snack bag. It can be reusable, it can be not reusable. Put the pecans inside and then just take something hard and just smush them. Like this is just an oil bottle. You could use a cup. There. There's some pecans. They're smushed. How good do they get to be smushed? That's all up to you. So, if you think that's good, then you did awesome. You're ready. Okay, let's make marinade. I'm gonna make the marinade actually right in the marinating bag. Because that's just how we're rolling. Then once I do the chicken, I'm just going to, well, put the chicken in the same bag too. See, it's all about efficiency. And then it's already marinating. So if you have fresh lemon, you can use fresh lemon for juice. If you do not, you can just use bottled lemon juice, that's fine. A little too big to fit into my citrus press. What if I give you a little squeeze first? Just smush you in there and make it work. Ooh. Come on. Here we go. There we go. It's just like a teaspoon of Dijon-ish. Get some garlic in there. Can't be complete without garlic. So if you have like, I don't know, an Italian dressing or something like that that you'd prefer to use instead for a marinade, you definitely can, and you can save yourself the effort of making a marinade. I don't know. I like making a good marinade and stuff like that. Lets you play with the flavors. You don't have to have a whole jar of something or a partial jar of something in the fridge. Now, if you already got a partial jar of something, then, well, you might as well use it up, right? But here we go. So there's our marinade ready to go. Try to mix some of that garlic in there. Once I have chicken, it'll mix around. It'll do its thing. Okay. So I'll just set that to the side for a little bit. Gonna make some dressing. Use any kind of oil that you want. I need myself some more lemon. Turns out just using my partial ancient lemon didn't do the trick. That's okay. Easily remedied. So, as much as it's super helpful to have all the, ingredients here ahead of time, I often still forget something. There we go, some nice fresh lemon in there. Get some more Dijon. Add that bit of sweetness, some maple syrup. Always nice to have that bit of sweetness. That bacon still definitely needs some time. What am I doing? Oh, salt and pepper. There we go. Nice and easy. A flavorful balsamic dressing. Now, let's get ourselves a spread for our sandwich, shall we? Because the spread is really what makes this sandwich interesting. It really is amazing. Just switching up a sauce in something can make all the difference in the world. So we want some everything bagel seasoning to start our spread. And then we're going to use some fresh basil. The fresh basil is going to make a world of difference. If you're not a basil person, then, well, maybe this just won't be your thing. But I love fresh basil. You'll be able to make use of this basil if you have any more that's left. You can definitely make use of it throughout the week. You can put some into your summer berry salad. It's going to be super good in there. You could also put some in your chicken fried rice. Maybe it's not traditional, but whatever. Okay, so you want about 2 tablespoons. What 2 tablespoons means to you could be very different than what 2 tablespoons means to me. That's the beauty of it. So if you don't have an herb mill, you can, chop your herbs. I like a good herb mill. I find it very satisfying to use. Makes quick work of it. I'll tell you, if I'm doing like cilantro or something for mango salsa, whew, that herb mill just is like magical. Okay, and mayo. So that's all it is of the spread. It's some mayo, it is some basil, it is some everything bagel seasoning, yet those 3 together are delicious. Use it on your sandwich. Use it to dip some veggies in. Ooh, I bet you if you drizzled it over top of some roasted veggies, it'd be super good. Now I want to try that. Because man, roasted veggies are completely underrated too. Like, you can do so much with just a sauce or a drizzle or some herbs or something with roasted veggies. And when they roast for a while and they get like, the onions are all caramelized and just get those flavors blending. Veggies and sides, they can sound boring, but they're really like kind of the star of the show when you get right down to it. Okay. So I'm going to mix that batter day of. I just want to make sure that there's no air and stuff oxidizing with the basil, because I want to keep it as fresh and as good as possible. So just giving it a little mix. I'll give it more mix on the day of. So going to get our mix together for the chicken fried rice. Once again, just having the sauces mixed together can make literally all of the difference in the world. Okay. What am I doing? Ginger. Moment of truth. Do I have a tablespoon? Oh, yes. I got well over a tablespoon. I'm good. we go. It smells delicious. Oh, just love that smell. Well, that was a disappointing clove of garlic. That's a fatal error. I'm like out of garlic. What the heck? Okay. Luckily, I have just enough to make just enough without having my usual heaping dose of garlic, because garlic is one thing you measure with your heart. Nobody will ever convince me otherwise. Some people's hearts are just way stinkier than others. Mine is as stinky as they come. Coconut aminos or gluten-free soy sauce, sesame oil, and you can add that bit of sweetness. If you want to, you can use honey. You can use, just gonna throw a touch of honey in there. You could use maple syrup, you could use sugar, whatever you're vibing. And here we go. That is going to season up that chicken fried rice deliciously. Here we go. Let's check on our bacon. Bacon looks good. Rice is just about done. Oh, and level 2 is done. So there's just one thing left for me to do, and that is to butterfly 2 chicken breasts. You can buy chicken breasts already butterflied. You can skip butterflying your chicken breasts. I like doing it because it tends to cook faster without drying it out. Find like there's sometimes, you know, where you just gotta cook a chicken breast for so long that it just ends up being dry. Some ways around that are either butterflying it, or you can use you know, a meat tenderizer, really smush it down a little flatter so that it cooks flatter. There's our rice. It's like everything's coming together at the same time. See how easy that is? It's like in the time that you can make rice, you can have 3 dinners prepped. And I promise these are going to be so easy. It's going to be easier and faster than doing takeout or doing a quote unquote convenience meal. You're making the most convenient meals you can, and they're going to be nourishing and delicious and healthy, and don't gotta be a rocket scientist in order to be able to put them together. Like, so I'm just putting that chicken directly into the marinade. Probably gonna make the salad tonight for supper, because, well, families gotta eat, right? Get it in there, beautiful. So that's gonna go in the fridge. Man, that thing is just not budging right now. Apparently I'll fluff my rice in a minute. But that's it. That's it. We are done, guys. I hope you really enjoy this week. I hope you embrace the feeling of just how good it feels when you have your meals all prepped, ready to go. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye-bye.